So it started off with Z and Stephanie. They are the first ones to come on the stage. And honestly, out of everybody on this show besides Cabrina, this season, Stephanie has to be one of my all-time favorites because, number one, she was herself. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all about being a bad bitch. It wasn't all about trying to prove that you bad. She was just being herself. She was very much entertaining. She was funny. I mean, everything about her was entertaining and funny. And I just feel like she should have been one of the originals in the house because she was, unlike everything about Stephanie was the shit. She was funny. She was just engaging to me. And it's fun when you have a girl in the Bad Girls Clubhouse that ain't all about trying to fight and snatch wigs and trying to be more than what the fuck they are. She was just Stephanie. And that's what I love about her. And that's what I love about people when I'm watching reality shows. I want to see a little bit of realness because I know a lot of people that be on reality TV, especially shows like the Bad Girls Club, they want to give out this persona so everybody can like their motherfucking ass. And it's not all about that. And I like people that act like me, act like they motherfucking self. You know, I want people to like me, but I'm not going to change my personality on YouTube just so they can like me. I'm not going to be somebody that I'm not just so somebody can like me. You know what I mean? Like, people want you, like, say for instance, I'm not going to be like, you know, Wesley for you to like me, or I'm not going to be like Adrian Expressions for you to like me. I can only be Scotty. And I love both of them. I love both Wesley and Adrian. But I use those two because I love their channels and I love their personalities. And, you know, sometimes people want you to be like certain people, certain popular people. They want you to do things like other folks. And you can't only do nothing but be yourself. Because y'all, I think y'all know, if I'm not being myself, y'all will call me out on that shit, right? Especially those who's been watching me from the very beginning. Y'all know what it is with me. So, yeah. But I will say that although I don't really care for Z like that, I do think that her friendship with Stephanie is pretty much genuine. She did have a real bond with her, and I'm glad that they're still friends. And I will say that even though I have a lot of negative things to say about Z, because I do think that she was a tag along, I do think that she was a bit of a follower in the house, but she did stay to the end. She's the only original in a house full of replacements that stayed in that motherfucker to the very motherfucking end. She had a lot of rough times in that bitch too. I mean, she got into it with Bernicia, she got into it with the other girls in the house. You know, they all turned on her ass at the beginning. You know what I mean? So I can't give her credit on that. She did stay to the end. Them other hoes didn't. She did. Now, we go backstage with Erica Mena, someone who I also don't like. And she's backstage with Winter and Dream. What's really pissing me off is the fact that Dream really don't see what the fuck she did was wrong. Bitch, you bullied that girl. And I get so sick of seeing people online saying that Kaylee didn't get bullied. She a grown-ass woman. A grown-ass woman can't get bullied. They can get bullied, bitch. If a motherfucker don't want to fight you, why would you fight them? If a motherfucker, because there's some, everybody ain't like me. I'm not a fighter. But if somebody trying to fight me and they hit me and they touching me, I'ma push and touch back. Whether I get my ass beat or not. And I'll tell anybody, I'm not a fighter, but don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because I'ma fuck with you back if you fuck with me. Everybody ain't got heart like that. And Kaylee wasn't trying to fight that girl. Now, some people were saying, well, Kaylee said that she was a bully, so I don't feel sorry for her. Honestly, I don't know Kaylee besides what she did on this show. So this could be her fucking karma for being a bully. You know what I mean, in the past. But I didn't know Kaylee back then. I can only review on what I saw on this show. And what I saw on this show was some fucking bullshit. Dream was wrong for that. You clearly see that the girl don't want to fight you. You know what I mean? So why are you picking with her? Why are you constantly kicking her and pushing her? She obviously not going to fight you back. That's bullying. You picking on the person who don't want them issues with you. You picking on the person that don't want them problems with you. That's what you doing. And you don't think that you bullying. Talking about you got kicked out the house from some bullshit. You got kicked out the house because A, you bullied that girl. B, you wouldn't admit to what you did and you wouldn't apologize for it. And you said you wasn't sorry. Bitch, you know you were wrong. That girl didn't want to fight you, but yet and still you thought it was okay for you to kick her. You thought it was okay for her to do that, and you thought it was okay for you to do this and do that. You and Winter are both fucking bullies. Y'all pick on who the fuck y'all know y'all can pick on, and that's the fucking image of a bully. You may not think so because she's a grown-ass woman, but anybody that picks on a motherfucker that they know weak, anybody that picks on somebody that they know they can beat and know that's not gonna fight back, they a fucking bully. It ain't nothing, ain't no way around it. They are fucking bully. Point fucking blank period. That's what the fuck they are. And I ain't trying to hit it. Period. Not trying to hit it. Tiara and Cabrina, they come out, and Cabrina just gives me everything. I just watched her interview with Wesley last night. I watched the whole interview, and she's very engaging to me. She reminds me of myself. Like, we chill, but don't fuck with me though. You know what I mean? Like, she's from the west side of Chicago. You know what I mean? I'm from Ken, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? And straight from the Redbud part. You know what I mean? That's where I come from. So I already know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, Cabrina was just chill. You know what I mean? Didn't nobody fuck with her like that. And you know what I'm saying? As long as didn't nobody fuck with her, she ain't show out. And nobody fucked with her like that, so she didn't show out. And I'm here for Cabrina. You know what I mean? Like, I wish she was in a house with Winter Dream. That's what I really wish. But Cabrina was top notch. I like her. You know what I mean? I really do like her. Now, Tiara, she had to grow on me. You know, I did. Of course, I always take a liking to a motherfucker that's from the same place I'm from. I'm not from Memphis. I'm 2 hours away from Memphis, but I ain't from Memphis, but she from the South. She right up the street from me. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to have that type of connection with somebody because they from where I'm from, the motherfucking sticks. And you know, everybody on the Bad Girls Club ain't got to be on that whiskey drinking shit. You know, I'm on it. You know what I mean? But everybody ain't got to be on it. And like she said, you can be a bad girl by just being about your business. That's a bad bitch by itself, and it is. You know what I mean? It is. That's a bad bitch by itself, by being about your business and knowing what the fuck you want and going for what you know. That's being a bad bitch. Bad bitches ain't always about fighting a motherfucker. And that's what some of these girls gotta understand. You ain't always gotta come in a motherfucking house and fight. You ain't always gotta come in this bitch and try to create drama. It's not what it's all about. You know what I mean? So, I'm here for Tiara and Cabrina. Now, Adrienne, what the fuck was wrong with her? She wasn't noticed at all half the season, and she wants to get on a reunion and try Tanisha. Adrienne, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even understand what her purpose was. I barely understood why the fuck she was on the stage. And then she talking about, well, didn't nobody in the house turn up on me? So I felt like, well, if that's the case, I need to turn up on production. You know, production was pissing me off, so I'm just gonna turn up on them. Bitch, you sound stupid and lame as a motherfucker. But then again, you've been stupid and lame as a motherfucker the whole season. Then you talking about you was here to use the platform to get yourself a radio career. First of all, if you want to do this type of shit, if you want to be on reality TV to put yourself out there, you have to be likable. And there's nothing likable about your motherfucking ass, okay? There's nothing motherfucking likable about you. A lot of the times when people get on reality shows and they pop, it's because they are likable people. They're relatable. There's nothing likable or relatable about you. Let's just go down the list, shall we? K. Michelle. Nobody really knew about her music except for the few people like myself until she got on Love and Hip Hop. And she was you know, her and Jocelyn, they are hated, but they're also loved too. You know what I mean? And not only did she have talent, people could relate to her story. So she was able to put her music out there and be successful. Cardi B, she was straight off Instagram, got her ass on Love and Hip Hop, and blew the fuck up because she's likable. She's relatable. She's actually smart beyond her accent and her crazy ass voice. You know what I mean? She's likable and relatable. We love Cardi B for that. And that's why we want to buy whatever the fuck she give us. Who else? We didn't buy into Olivia's music because we don't like her. We don't relate to her. She's not a likable person. So we didn't buy her shit. You know what I'm saying? Candy. Her bedroom candy sold because she's a likable person. Portia, she was able to do certain things because she's a likable person. You know what I mean? Like, when you doing shit like this, even Tamar. I don't like Tamar, but she's a likable person to a lot of people. She's semi-entertaining to people. I don't like her, but she has fan base. I can't say that much about her. She got a fan base. I don't like the bitch at all, but I can give credit where it's due. She's entertaining. She's a likable person. She has that over-the-top dramatic ass persona that draws people in, and that's why people was buying into her fucking music. So when you want to do shit like this, you need to be likable and you have to be relatable. And Adrienne, nobody liked you. Nobody did. You know what I mean? You was barely noticeable. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was on a reality show and I wanted a book deal, which is what I would want to do, which is what I would want if I got on a show like that, I would want to get a book deal because I write novels and I want all my novels out there. I feel like I'd be likable enough to be able to get, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get what I want because I show a certain, you got to show a certain amount of integrity. You got to show a certain amount of being a real person. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to work with no stupid ass female like you. You not likable and nobody's going to want to buy your shit. So then for you to get up here and think you're going to take Tanisha's place, you would never be in her seat, bitch. Tanisha was popular. She was also likable and relatable on her season of Bad Girls Club. That's why she's the most successful. Same thing with Natalie Nunn. As much as she's hated, especially by me, she's loved. You know what I mean? She was likable. That's why she's successful right now. So you have to understand that, bitch. Just because you're on reality TV, you don't mean somebody gonna buy your shit. Like Talon, you know what I mean? People might buy her shit before they buy yours because they like her. They don't like you. So, bitch, please, okay? So then, Z and Bernicia, these bitches ain't gonna never be friends, okay? They ain't gonna never be friends, motherfucking period. Bernicia was ready to fight that bitch all over again. You know what I mean? And I be feeling bad for Z because she really thinks that she was whooping Bernicia ass, and she did it. Bernicia whooped her ass every time they fought. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you mean. But they ain't gonna never like each other, and that's just that. Now, Candy and Bernicia, they get to the topic of the lesbian shit and the comment that Candy made about Bernicia's kids. Now, I do think that Candy was over the top about this lesbian shit. It's apparent that Bernicia wasn't really feeling the shit, so you can't just force that shit on nobody, Candy. You just can't. You know, she don't want to keep munching on your carpets. She don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, she's just probably one of those girls that like to fuck with girls from time to time. She ain't no full-time lesbian. She's a part-time lesbian. She only do lesbian shit for 15 hours a week. That's part-time hours. So with that being said, you got to take her for her part-time hours. She don't want to be full-time and be a lesbian 40 plus hours a week. She wants to be part-time for 15 to 20 hours a week. That's all she can give you right about now. So you just got to accept that. And you want to say that you wasn't looking to fall in love. Bitch, you sure the fuck was acting like it. You was acting like a damn serial killer. You was acting like it was all motherfucking love addiction. Whatever the name of that show was. Shout out to Closet Freak, who's no longer doing videos because she used to review that show. But you act, I mean, girl, like you was act like you was on Snap or something when that girl took them flowers like, Candy bye. But then she did apologize for the kid comment. And she gave them kids, you know, she gave Bernicia the candy for the kids. Now, I haven't really reviewed this show since Candy been on there. So only thing I'm going to say about this before I go is I would never forget the comment that she made about the kids. You know what I mean? I could probably get over it, but I don't think a lot of people would be able to get over the fact that you called this woman's kids ugly and you said they look like twin gorillas and shit. That people probably won't never get over that because they actually liked Talon. You know what I mean? They liked her. They like her. You know, that's just like with Moniece. It was absolutely wrong for her to call Brandy's kid ugly because at the end of the day, the kids ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm arguing with somebody and I'm going toe to toe with a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I would never bring their kids. I would never bring their parents. I would never talk about their family. I would never talk about. It's just some shit that you just don't talk about. And if anybody comes from my motherfucking mama, anybody comes from my brother, anybody comes from my sister, anybody comes from my family, period, whether it's aunties, uncles, and cousins, or whatever the fuck it is, I ain't even gotta fuck with them. But you're not finna come for them, and this is an issue between me and you. What the fuck they got to do with it? You know what I mean? So at the end of it all, bringing up people's families is fucked up. There's one thing that should stay off the fucking limits. That's the same thing with Candy and Nene. When Nene wrote their blog and she said something about said something about Mama Joyce and shit like that, I understood why Candy was mad. Due to the fact that you don't talk about somebody's parent. Just like you got mad with Sheree because she talked about your son. You don't bring up nobody's parents. That's just what it is. You don't talk about nobody's parent. You don't talk about nobody's kids. Bottom line. So Candy was wrong for that. And if I was Bernicia, I wouldn't give my kids that damn candy for shit. I'll throw that shit in the trash. But that's my review on the Bad Girls Club reunion. I will be back for the part 2 next week because the reunion was pretty good. It was actually pretty good considering the fact that this shit is about 15-16 minutes long. All my social media shit is at the bottom. My Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook fan page, and my Snapchat. I normally follow everybody back on Snapchat, so follow me on Snapchat. And yeah, that's just about it. The next video I'm gonna do is Baywatch, and I'm gonna do a rant video. I want to talk about the Mike Epps thing. And that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later to my Baywatch video. I am out of here, y'all. Peace.